Up next on End of the Day Beer Review, we're going to be looking at Mortal Wombat. This is a double IPA by KCBC. That's Kings County Brewers Collective out of Brooklyn, New York. It's coming in at 8% ABV. Let's go check it out. Up next, no, that was not the one I wanted. 3, 2, 1. Hi everybody, it's Rich and welcome to End of the Day Beer Review, and I screwed up the intro to this thing probably a dozen times. I don't know if I'm going to include it in this, but it would be sort of funny. Anyway, today we are looking at Mortal Wombat. This is a double IPA by Kings County Brewers Collective out of Brooklyn, New York. And it says on the side that this is double dry hopped, this is a double dry hopped double Indian Pale Ale. It has Citra, Nectaron, I can't actually figure out, barley, wheat, and oats, and it is 8% by ABV. If you want, maybe you can pause if it really matters and you can see all of the various things that they have there. If not, that's just a total waste of camera time. This is brewed and packaged by Kings County Brewers Collective at 381 Troutman Street, and the date on this looks like it's 9/24/25, so September. I don't know, I'm not a huge IPA person, as I've said many times, but I do like the doubles, and honestly, KCBC has been pretty good with a lot of what I've had from them, using my, what do you call it, Big Sur glass, because I do like that one for the IPAs, don't know why. Now this pours a nice, sort of milky, yellowish color. Good amount of carbonation, especially when you pour like shit, which is what I just did. Nice citrus aroma to it, relatively sweet, and definitely like this pininess to it as well. Yeah, I'm getting like citrus, like wow, it's almost like, almost like a Big Sur-esque type of, aroma there. I would love for that head to go down a bit. As you can see, this is a good, like milky sort of yellow color. I'm going to butcher this and drink it, even though I have about, 3 fingers worth of head there because of my crappy pour. Let's see what it tastes like. Actually, it does have a nice nose, especially for an IPA or a double IPA. I took a lot of drinking to get through the head on this beer. But boy, that's a nice flavor. How to describe it? There's a good viscosity to this. It's not what I would say thick or chewy or anything like this, but it has a good solid mouthfeel. The carbonation is nice as it goes down the back of your throat. You get this really nice extra burst of flavor, particularly the citrus flavor, which sort of like washes from the back of the tongue to the front. One of the things I like about the double IPAs is that there is less of the bitterness that I normally associate with the traditional IPAs. And this is, the same thing. There's a good citrus amount to it. There's a little pininess to it. There is bitterness on the back end to sort of tie everything together, if you will, but it's not cumulative. It's not overwhelming. It's not ruining the flavor that's on the front end. That's a really nice beer. And this is coming from somebody who's not normally a big IPA drinker. It's just, the doubles always sort of drag me in. I like the idea that they have a high ABV. I like the idea that they're not as bitter. And this to me is just a really nice, easy drinking beer. And to go a step further, this is coming in at 8% ABV, which means this is a relatively strong beer. I mean, not Bourbon County strong, not like ultra strong like Imperial Stout, but 8% is no joke. That's, 3 percentage points higher than a Bud, 4% higher basically than a Guinness. So, I mean, while as like the Budweiser and the Guinness, you can sort of drink and have more than one. I think that after one of these, you would probably, you know, be a little intoxicated. And quite frankly, I'll go a step further. I don't taste the alcohol at all, which means this is one of those beers that I chalk up as being dangerous. Great if you're drinking and you don't have to drive. Terrible because it is so good and you want to have more than one, but the ABV is so high that it sort of keeps you from it. The other thing I want to just point out, and I really do love the can art that KCBC does on almost all of their cans. Sometimes it's subtle, sometimes it's really over the top, and I think this is just fantastic. Like, this is a pretty can. It may actually make the shelf in the back. I saved some of the cans that I really, really like. And I wasn't a big Mortal Kombat fan, but I do like the play on words and the way they're working through this. I guess the last question is, would I buy it again? Yeah. You know, I have to be honest, when I need a break lately, as my palate, I guess, has developed, mostly due to this channel, actually, and trying so many different beers, although so many, it's like 300 and some odd that I've tried, which I guess is more than average. But I mean, I see some of the larger channels where people in the thousands of reviews. So, I mean, I'm still reasonably new at this. But I have to say, when I get sick of stouts, the double IPAs are a nice way to sort of cut that sort of syrupiness and still have a decent ABV and a good, you know, flavor profile without too much of that like obnoxious IPA bitterness. So I really like this one. Would I buy it again? Yeah, I would. Would I share this out with friends? I would. You know, KCBC consistently gives really, or puts together really good beers. I can't, like, I'm not paid to say anything about them. I mean, I do not live in Brooklyn. I live on the island. So, you know, it's not like I know these people or anything, but I have to say, I have tried a bunch of their beers because, you know, I have to be honest, they lure me in with the can art. And I think they have all been quite good. And this is another example. You know, normally I don't heap a lot of praise on the whole IPA genre of beer, but they consistently do a solid double IPA. The only other, I guess, brewery that I like that consistently does a good double IPA is Gusto. The difference is I can get this at Stu Leonard's by my house, and I have to drive 3 hours down to Cape May to get the beer and then come back, which I do plan on doing sometime, you know, in the next month or two. I have a couple of really big trips coming up. But after, probably after probably in the beginning of March, I'm probably going to shoot down there and pick up some stock from Cape May Brewing Company and, more importantly, Gusto Brewing Company, and I'll bring some up and we'll have some new beers from down the Jersey Shore. Anyway, folks, I hope you have enjoyed this review. If you have, hit that like button, maybe subscribe. If you have another double IPA I should try out, I'd love for you to throw the name down below, and I will see you next time on End of the Day Beer Review. Cheers.